I think drugs should be legal. I think like, especially if you're just doing them for personal use, you're not hurting anybody. There's way bigger problems out there in the world, right? Like that's like it should be the bottom of the list. You're just having fun and doing your own thing. It's not a big deal. Like I don't do it. I don't even condone it. I'm not even encouraging it, but like, I don't think it should be, you know, I think it should be treated like a mental illness or like, you know, hey, like, let's get you some help or whatever. Like if you're an addict, but if you're just having fun, you're just having fun. It's not a big deal, you know? So.
And I think a very vast difference, right, is like gun legalization in US as compared to Singapore. Singapore is like super safe and to the point it's like boring, you know?
Yeah.
But then how is it like in US when gun is legal? Do you check your guns at the door or something?
Yeah, I would say don't believe the hype as much as like the news like, will tell you. Like the vast majority of, you know, American cities, it's just very safe. Like especially a place like San Francisco. I mean, like you gotta think there's really two Americas. There's like rural America and then there's urban America. Urban America is much more, everyone's a college graduate. Everyone like loves gay people and, you know, whatever, like, you know, everyone like, you know, doesn't have guns. And then you have rural America where it's kind of the opposite. Like everyone, they're not a fan of gay people. They have guns. They didn't go to college, you know? So there's two Americas.
I'm constantly fed YouTube shorts, right? Of like, man tries to rob store with shotgun, but instead the shop owner surprised him with his own shotgun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm British. I was born in the UK. Like I'm very much against guns. I'm anti-gun. I hate guns, you know, and I wish that we didn't have that gun culture that we are in the US. But I mean, in a place like San Francisco, it's incredibly safe. I've never ever seen a gun. I've never heard, there's no shootings. There's nothing like that. It's like, so it's not what you think of in the news.
Okay. You know? Awesome.
Yeah. So it's really not like something that's a part of my everyday reality or anything like, you know, where I live. But, you know, occasionally maybe in Oakland, you'll hear about something like someone get robbed at gunpoint or someone gets shot or like, you know, but yeah, luckily San Francisco is very safe.
Yeah, so I think that's the perks of traveling, right? You actually get to see the real life instead of getting force-fed by mainstream media.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, people rag on San Francisco all the time. They use it as a punching bag. They're like, oh, you guys are so liberal and you let people get away with anything and you let crime run rampant, and it's just not true at all. It's just, you know, unfortunately the homelessness is the biggest like, you know, problem, you know, and that like the homeless people do drugs because they're sad
have to get by,
and homeless.
Right?
They just want to feel something. And then because they're doing drugs, then you've got the drug dealers that operate. And so you basically have this like society next to society. Like the normal society, everyone works at a tech company, they're rich, they make a lot of money. Then there's like the secondary society where people are like homeless and doing drugs and buying drugs, and there's drug dealers, and they kind of live next to the regular society. It's very fucked up. Like it is like some like, you know,
the wage gap is insane.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's like some cyberpunk shit. Like you're like, they really just need to like build houses for those people and like give them a place to live. And
I think it's in the middle.
It's sad because they won't do it.
Yeah, I think Singapore government has has done a good job to ensure as few homelessness as possible. You know, like for overseas people, right? You talk about Singapore, most people will be like, oh, no homeless people, right? I still do see one or two every few months, you know, but it's super rare. Yeah, and it kind of like makes the normal people feel a little bit less stressful also. Because if you're homeless and then you're desperate, you do a lot of crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, all the crime is like people who are, you know, homeless or poor, and they're like, I'm gonna break into a car window because I see a laptop in there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, stuff like that. But it's not violent crime. They're not gonna like run up on you and like punch you or something like that. Like, it's like they're just gonna break your car window if you leave anything in the car.